Israel ceasefire. Violations continue in Gaza as U.S. praises progress. Israeli forces have killed 11 members of a Palestinian family. In Gaza, the deadliest violation since the ceasefire began 8 days ago. The attack took place in Gaza City's Zeitoun neighborhood when a tank shell hit a civilian car carrying the Abu Shaaban family, according to Gaza's civil defense. Among the dead were 7 children and 3 women, who were returning home to inspect the damage. Officials said the family could have been warned instead of attacked. Civil defense teams have recovered 9 bodies so far, while 2 children remain missing. Their bodies are believed to have been destroyed by the intensity of the strike. Hamas called the incident a UE massacre and urged the U.S. President Donald Trump and mediators to pressure Israel to respect the ceasefire. Witnesses said Israeli troops opened fire on civilians who crossed the so-called yellow line, an area Israeli forces were supposed to vacate under the ceasefire deal. Israel's defense minister said those yellow lines will be more clearly marked soon, but Israeli forces still control about 53% of Gaza. Even as prisoner exchanges continue, at least 38 more Palestinians have been killed since the truce began. Israel has also severely limited aid deliveries, blocking food and medicine from reaching many areas. Last week, 5 Palestinians were killed in another Israeli attack in the Shujaiya neighborhood of Gaza City. Meanwhile, Israel continues to keep the Rafah crossing, with Egypt closed, preventing large-scale aid deliveries. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office said the crossing would only reopen if Hamas fulfills its commitments on returning hostages' remains. The United Nations warns that aid convoys are struggling to reach famine-hit areas. Nearly half of Gaza's population is getting less than 6 liters of clean water per day, far below the emergency standard. The One World Food Program says only 560 tons of food are entering Gaza daily, which is not enough to stop hunger and malnutrition. Despite the hardships, Hamas says it remains committed to the ceasefire and continues efforts to recover the remains of Israeli captives buried under the rubble. The Minor Red Cross recently received 2 coffins of dead Israeli captives, bringing the total number of returned bodies to Deadliest since the ceasefire began. However, Israel still blocks heavy machinery that could help Palestinians